Hello there, everybody. Happy 2024. How is it another year? It has been far too long since I have been here on stream with y'all, especially since I've been on stream with y'all for a Does It Toggle. I'm excited to be back. It's going to be a great stream. I'm excited to share some awesome stuff that's been going on over the past little while, some new stuff that's happening with DevCycle. We'll hopefully get a chance to take a look at that. I'm also really, really pumped to actually dive into a new technology that I have genuinely not explored before today. And so let's do it. Welcome to Does It Toggle. My name's Andrew. I'm your resident DevCycle developer advocate, which means it's my job to show you how you can use DevCycle and feature flags inside of your applications built in lots of different technologies. This is really also my excuse to learn new tech tools and frameworks. And today, let me make sure. Parts here. Today, we're going to be exploring SolidJS. And if you've never heard of SolidJS, I'm going to tell you about how I heard about it. We're going to look through some documentation. We're going to be here for a couple of hours, just hanging out, listening to some chill beats in the background, playing around with some code. And yeah, we're going to have a great time. I love these streams because it's an opportunity to learn live. And I think that's such a powerful piece of the live streaming code journey is actually kind of showing what it's like for some people to learn. And so that's kind of what we're going to do. These streams are super informal. So we're going to kind of just jump into things in just a minute. And I think that's our plan. If you're watching, can you let me know, because I'm using a different mic today. Can you let me know if the mic is good? I noticed I used this mic previously and it didn't, if I turned my head, it didn't pick things up because it's like an omnidirectional microphone. So if I start to get really quiet, just let me know in chat. I'm going to be watching today just to see, but let's jump into it. So I'm going to move me over to the side here. Move me over here. Thanks, Parth. And I'm going to open, I don't want to close that completely. But I do want to open up another window. File, new window. Success. Okay, let's screen share now. Let's present. Share screen. I'm going to share a whole screen, and I'm going to risk that something might go terribly awry, but I think we'll be okay. I think we're here. I think we're in. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. Banner, Does It Toggle, get rid of that so you can see me. And then let's put me down in the corner down there. That's, I feel like, a better spot. My light just turned off too, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Let's jump into it. So today, like I said, we are exploring technology called SolidJS. And how did I land on SolidJS as being my first new framework of 2024? Well, I don't know if you've heard of this, but there is a thing that is done every year called the State of JavaScript. And let me maximize this. There we go. And get rid of this. Hide. And so the State of JavaScript kind of there's lots of things in here, but there's a lot of data that they collect on different libraries and like popularity of different frameworks. I like backend, but I lean towards front end frameworks. And so what they do in here is they actually show you like the percentage use over time of different frameworks. And so like awareness and usage and interest and retention. And so I was really interested actually at seeing ones that were kind of lower down the list. Because obviously, and not for the retention necessarily, but for things like awareness. Yeah. So like, we've looked at, I think we've all heard of Angular. We all kind of know what that is. Svelte is very popular right now. Ember is kind of well known. React, Preact, things like that, definitely super well known. Alpine, I did a stream on in 2023 and did really well. And then I kind of kept going down the list and like finding other ones here. And one of the ones that really interested me was Solid. And that's because some of these other ones are all component building stuff. And you might not necessarily need a feature flag in there. So I was like, is this really useful for the kind of format that we're doing in here. Anyways, so I did a little bit of looking around. I said I shouldn't have said I haven't touched this technology at all, because I have done a little bit. But I wanted to kind of do most of it with you, so I haven't actually played around with it at all. Not Stencil, SolidJS. So let's jump into SolidJS. So here it is, SolidJS. Actually, I hadn't read this. 2022 Breakthrough of the Year. I have no idea. Oh, JS Nation. Hey, there you go. That's kind of cool. I have heard of JS Nation. It's a very good conference. Yeah, so here we are on the SolidJS website. Let's take a look at what they got here. Obviously trying to sell some stuff. They got a playground. That's going to be good for us. I think some examples are going to be good for us too. Probably a tutorial. We'll see what that looks like. Maybe some guides. I don't know if we want to do guides. Performant, powerful, pragmatic, productive, great, familiar, stands on the shoulder of giants. I know what React is. I don't know what Knockout is, but we're gonna probably discover it today. Yeah, so vanilla, really, it's pretty close to vanilla JS in terms of performance, fragments, async, lazy components. All right, so I think this is a fun one to explore. All right, let's see if we can. I think I might have to jump onto Twitch to remove that. Yeah, I gotta remove onto Twitch. So we got a comment in there, a little bit of spam. How can we get rid of that? I think I'm gonna go into here. Creator dashboard, stream manager. Yeah, there we go. Click to reply. All right, how can I mark that? I might need to do it in chat. Let's see. Sorry, if you're watching the stream, I'm just trying to figure out how to mod something. Mod view, there we go. I don't need to watch the tutorial. Unknown user, message deleted. Oh, nope, that was another message. Modes. Show mod actions. Ban, delete message. There we go, it's gone. All right, we're gonna close that and we're gonna keep that open. All right, so we have sorted that out. I think it's gone now, should be gone in chat. Anyways, we're not here for me to moderate live on stream. We are here to play around with Solid. If you're just coming in watching, welcome. My name's Andrew. We're exploring SolidJS and seeing if it toggles. Can you integrate it with DevCycle? We may not discover that today. Today may just be an exploration of the technology and playing around with it. But I wanted to go do the tutorial because I think tutorials are a really powerful thing to use because it's been literally created by the creators of the technology. So I feel like we should honor that. Yeah, and I also am very interested in seeing how other folks do this. So let's look in here. Interactive guide, main features. There's a beginner tutorial. I'm definitely a beginner. Oh, this is a new. I don't know if I want to do this. No, I want to go and do the regular tutorial. All right, so Solid is JavaScript framework for making interactive web applications. With Solid, you can use your existing HTML and JavaScript knowledge. I love that. Enhance your components of reactivity, declarative JavaScript code that links the UI with data that it uses and creates. Awesome. Solid app is composed of functions that we call components. Take a look at this hello world function on the right. It directly returns a div. Mix of HTML and JavaScript is JSX. We've obviously looked at that. If you've done anything with React, JSX allows you to use most HTML elements. The entry point for any Solid is the render function. Takes two arguments, a function wrapping our application code and an existing element into the HTML to mount to. Render hello world to there. Leveraging this tutorial, have fun. All right, so we've got this render, which is necessary in here. We've got our hello world function. which is going to return this hello world div. And then, so this is our function here in this div. And then we've got attaching this to the app ID. Now I'm interested where, if it actually is going to show us that. I guess we don't care, or this isn't what this is intended for. Yeah, I guess we don't get to see the kind of base HTML where we're adding that app, but like assuming that we had another thing that we didn't want to call app, but that's interesting. Okay. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, what if I return an H1? I know this is dumb, but I want to change this and just see what happens. H1. Okay, that's nice. Render hello world. Do I need these in here? I feel like I probably do. Oh, that's interesting. So I don't actually need to include these characters, the opening and closing, which is interesting. I wonder why they're including them in there if they're unnecessary. We'll figure that out later. All right, what's our solving thing? What do I have to solve? I didn't think there's anything to solve. Hello, solid world. All right. All right. Great. All right. Awesome. Let's move through it. Okay, JSX HTML like syntax we've seen inside these examples, core to building components in solid dynamic expressions, curly braces, and then we include the string name in our HTML using name inside of a div in the same way we include an HTML element that was directly assigned to the SVG variable. Unlike some other frameworks, Solid attempts to stay as close to HTML standards as possible. Thank goodness. I really hate not following these kind of standards. There are three main differences between JSX and HTML that prevent JSX from being seen as a superset of HTML. It does not have void elements. It means that all elements must have a closing or self-close. Keep in mind when copying your elements like input or br. Okay, good to know. JSX must return a single element to represent multiple top-level elements. Oh, I see. All right, so that would explain why I had, so in here, why they're wrapping it this way. Because it's basically allowing for you, if I had like multiple, yeah, because I wonder what would happen here if I actually put, let me go back here. Must be wrapped in an enclosing tag. Oh, interesting. Okay, so so it's actually separate from that. Interesting. Okay. Cool. I mean, it works. That's interesting. I don't know. Does this format document? Oh, that's better. Can you? What if I did this? Oh, no, I don't like that. Oh, what if I did this? Will it lint this for me? That's prettier. I like that. Okay. Oh, we're not doing this one. We already did that one. All right. Introduce JSX. Yes, we need this. JSX does not support comments or special tags, but JSX does support SVG. Let's try copying some SVG into our component. SVG to our component. Okay, so if I grab this, copy, and we're saying in the SVG, so do it in here, replace me with an SVG. Okay. Interesting. That's cool. What if I remove these round brackets around it? So it still works. I find this interesting that this works without and with. I wonder if that's a bug or what. Anyways, we solved that. I mean, are we actually, I don't think solve is doing anything. Oh, I see. Solve is actually just showing us what we need to do there. Okay, well, that tracks. Oh, and they're actually removing that div. We didn't need that div there. So that's interesting. Oh, no, I guess I don't need this. Output, function hello world. Cool. Okay, let's go through here. Components. As you build your application, you want to break apart your code for better modularity. In Solid, creating components. Import nested from nested. This is a header. Nested. Export default. This is a paragraph. Main JSX. Import. This is a header. Render app. Okay. That all tracks. Import nested from nested. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and then app, return, this is a header, and then nested. I mean, this all makes sense. This is pretty straightforward. Wait, but I did that wrong. Why did I do that? Ooh, that's right. Because we have multiple, we need to have that wrapping that they showed us before. So we need to have like basically an opening and closing div. Okay, I like that. That makes total sense to me. I love it. This is all looking good so far. I like the tutorial as well. Signals are a cornerstone of reactivity. They contain values that change over time. When you change a signal's value, it automatically updates anything that uses it. To create a signal, let's import create signal from SolidJS and call it in our counter component like this, create signal. The argument passed to create call is the initial value, and then the return values are we have two functions, a getter, and a setter. Count, set, count. By destructuring, we can name these functions. So they've added this stuff in here to create signal. All that counter. The argument passed to the create call is the initial value. It's important to notice that the first value returned is a getter function returning, and not the value itself, blah, blah, blah. In this section, we'll use JavaScript set interval function to create periodically incrementing counter, where we can update our count signal every second by adding a code. Set count, set interval, set solid. Signals also accept a function form where you can use previous values to the next value. Finally, we would need to read the signal into here. All right, counter. Good, function counter, count 0. Okay, what are they looking for us to do there? Okay, so here, if we look at this, so we're setting this inside this counter, create signal 0, set interval count, which would be the 0, which is the initial value, plus 1 every 1,000 milliseconds. All right, that tracks. Cool. Pull the counter in there. And I mean, I think we could also just pull this counter completely into a different file, and I think that's what they would recommend, but this is great. This makes sense. Count. Yeah, we can update our count signal. Yeah, so this is the name. Okay. Count, set count. All right. That makes sense. Signals are trackable values, but they're only half the equation. To complement the effect can be created by importing create effect. The effect automatically subscribes to any signal that is read during the functions. This is a mind boggle. This is a lot of like, woo, console log the count is now this, create effect. To update our counter signal, we'll attach a click handler. I don't know if I love this tutorial. Create effect. The count is now. Oh, I suppose it's going in the console log. Which, can we actually even see, or do I actually have to pull out the console log? Run command, show console drawer. Oh, there we go. Click me. Yeah, there we go. Count is now. Yeah, I don't know if I would use that very much. Introduction to derived signals. How many sections are there? Holy moly. That's all. I mean, I'm not against doing this whole thing, but dang, that's a lot. Is there like a, okay, there's the playground. I like that. I want to see an example though. This is like, this is where I always get caught. So whenever I do these things, I'm always like, oh yeah, this makes sense. And I want to do the tutorial, but then I actually get into it and I'm like, oof, this is fun, not fun. All right, what's this? JavaScript for Solid. This is kind of nice, actually. This one, I'm interested in this one. This was their new one that they've created. So I like JavaScript. I don't come from a framework. Tutorials, welcome. Installing Solid. Oh, no, it's too much reading for me. I want to get into it. All right, so this is the counter. This is kind of the counter that we just looked at. So this is basically the exact same thing. So we got create signal on cleanup, constant counting component. So we have this create signal, the interval every 1,000 seconds on cleanup. And on cleanup must be built into, it's on cleanup, just like a refresh. Must be something like that. Okay, simple to do. There we go. Nice to-do list. Everybody loves a good to-do list. Okay. We're defining a bunch of things in the utilities. So create local store and remove index. We're pulling the render from there. Create signal batch and for. All right. Const. We're probably going to use one of these examples as our demo for feature flagging. Just to kind of see how it would work. Return. Form submit. Add to do submit event. Where are we defining submit event? Create signal batch for create local store, type to do item. Ooh, TypeScript. I don't know if I realized I was in TypeScript before, or maybe it's just these examples. Etch-a-sketch. Goodness. These are pretty interesting examples, actually. Scoreboard async resource. Okay, nice little API call there. To-dos for template literals. Suspense translations. Simple to-do hyperscript. Scoreboard. That's not fun. Comp clock. That's cool. There's a lot going on there, though. That's definitely complex. Context, simple color picker. Color picker is nice. Oh, JavaScript. I like this to-do item. I feel like a to-do item is a good thing to look at as our sample here. Render, get element by ID app, utils, import, create effect from SolidJS, create store, set store function, type store. Oh, I really don't want to deal with TypeScript. Is that terrible? I mean, we don't all have to be in love with TypeScript, do we? I realize that for some people, it's fantastic. I don't know if that's for me. This is good examples, though. The playground is nice. I want to do it in an actual application, though. That's my thing, is I actually want to do this in a full document. Yeah, this is fine. But I want to put this into somewhere. Hey, thanks, Courtney. I believe in myself only so much. I believe in TypeScript, but not that much. We're gonna do this in just straight up JSX. Let's go into, so what's Solid Start? Solid Start web applications. Client-side features. Solid Start touts the following features: fine-grained reactivity. Solid Start is a SolidJS metaframe. Goodness gracious. We recommend you know all of this. Solid Start is in beta. Project setup. Which template do you want to use? Bear, Hacker News, with tail. What's Hacker News? What's the, hold on, hold the phone. What's Hacker News? Solid Start Hacker News example. I don't know, do we want to go that deep into this? Is this all going to be TypeScript? It is. I have this strange feeling that I'm about to enter into the world of TypeScript. And I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. Let's, do we want to do Replit or VS Code? I feel like VS Code is more interesting because then we actually have to do the install process. So let's open a repository. Not this one though. This is another project that I'm working on that's a lot of fun. Is it still running or is it just running now that I turned it on? Let's turn that off. Okay, let's go file, new, open folder. Can I do new, code, new file, new window, new window? Hey, there we go. And let's open this a little bit wider. There we go. And I feel, gotta bounce. See you later. All right, let's jump into open folder, create folder, new file, new text file. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. All right, so we're gonna put this to the right side because I do want to have my solid stuff over here. So simple SolidJS starter. Getting started, tutorial, try solid in 100 seconds. Oh, this is good. Solid in 100 seconds. All right. Present, share screen. Some screens let you share audio. For the share audio checkbox on the next window, share screen, window, share audio, share a tab instead. I guess we'll share this tab. We're going to watch this in 100 seconds before we dive deeper. Fireship for the win. Let's turn off the music for a second. I don't know if the quality of this is going to be any good for y'all. All right, let's watch this.
Platform built for agencies, where creative freedom and absolute efficiency always click.
Solid, a declarative JavaScript framework for building fast UIs with maximum control over reactivity. It was created by Ryan Carniato in 2018 and is loved by developers because it's both pragmatic and extremely performant. On the surface, it shares many similarities with React. Components are JavaScript functions that return JSX for the UI. However, unlike React, there's no virtual DOM. It uses a compiler, more like Svelte, that converts your code into vanilla JavaScript to bring you as close to the DOM as possible. The framework itself only weighs 7 kilobytes, and it completely crushes runtime performance benchmarks without the need for any extra magic or weird hacks in your code. But most importantly, it's truly reactive. A function component is only called once, which means you can do unheard of things like use set interval predictably at the top level. Data that changes, or state, is managed with the create signal primitive, which returns a getter and setter. The framework will observe this data and surgically update its exact location in the DOM when it changes, instead of re-rendering the entire component. Again, it's truly reactive. To get started, generate a new solid project. It uses Vite as the build tool and should look very familiar if you've ever used React. Define a component as a plain JavaScript function. Now, when you define the UI with JSX, you actually get a real DOM element instead of some weird framework abstraction. To add reactive state to a component, use the create signal function. It provides a getter and setter, and notice how the getter is a function. This allows the framework to to observe the current value reactively. We can easily create derived state by simply...
This is still a lot. I don't know if y'all heard that. If you didn't, it's basically just what we were reading through. I don't need that. Don't need that business. Let's present again, share screen, entire screen. Let's go back over here. Okay, SolidJS. We had guides getting started. Let's do npm I, npm run dev. All right, let's do this. Or protect. Yes, all right. Far the easiest playground, our REPL playground as a code sandbox. No, you need to do it in like your own environment, I think. I do feel like this is open folder. Can I create a new? I'm going to create a new folder. Maybe on my desktop. I'm going to call this. Can I create a new folder? We're going to call this SolidJS. Open. No, I don't trust the authors. Not trustworthy. Trust all authors. Yes, I trust myself. All right, and you're not seeing this because I'm not sharing it, but I'm back. All right, I did some stuff that you couldn't see. That's okay. It wasn't important stuff. All right, let's go into following this instruction. Let's try solid. We're not going to use the REPL and stuff. We're going to follow this instruction here. All right, so we're going to go npx. Let's open our terminal. New terminal. There we go. All right, we got a terminal in here. We don't have a file yet, but we got a terminal. We're in this SolidJS folder. Paste. All right, so we're gonna run this. My app. Do you need to install DevCycle? Yes, we will install it. Let's see what's gonna happen. Hey. So we cloned things into my app. Amazing. cd my app. npm install. Do what the computer tells you. All right. One moderate severity vulnerability, c'est la vie. npm run dev. We're not going to run dev yet. We're going to wait for a minute. Hold the phone. We're going to see what's in here. We don't care about this. We don't care about this node modules folder. We don't really care about anything else in here. This Vite. Vite I like. Actually, that's not true. I don't know how I feel about Vite. I've been using it for some personal projects, and I'm neither here nor there. Package.json. What's actually in here? SolidJS, our Vite plugin and Vite. Solid dev tools. Great. We're using Vite by build. Package, yes, that's there. JSON config, fine. I don't really actually know what this is for. Index.js. All right, here we go. This is like our basic app. So this is like we got our page structure. You need to enable JavaScript to run this app. Great, we're running this index.jsx. Don't worry about that. Let's go index.jsx. Render from there, import app from app, root is the root, which I'm guessing is here. Yes, it's root. All right, app return styles from app module CSS. Awesome, link. I like this. I know this is probably React, and I'm just, maybe I like React more than I think I do. I kind of want to replace this with Tailwind. I don't like writing my own CSS. We're going to leave it for now. Interesting. This is different. This is like two CSS. Why do we have two CSS? Oh, I guess this is just for the actual. This is just pulling in for this index.html. Yeah. Is it? I don't actually see that being called anywhere. Why do we have both of these? Oh, I get it. App JSX, app module CSS. So this is related to this, and this is related to this. And because this is a module, that's why we call it module. Okay, I get it. I'm here for it. I believe it. npm run dev. Awesome. Let's see if this is working. Copy. Love that this is just like the thing. App.jsx to save reload. So we don't actually need to touch anything in here. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay, it's a little bit smaller now. So we don't actually need to touch anything in index.html. I mean, we could, but we don't need to. There's nothing helpful in there. Yeah, get ignore is get ignore. Logo is fine. I mean, we could technically change this logo, I think, if we want to. Can't actually, hold on. App.jsx, image logo, source logo, styles logo, source logo. That define feel like a logo from logo to SVG? Yeah, so we could actually. So what if I want to grab the DevCycle? And I think this, hold on, DevCycle SVG. Actually know where our SVG is. If we go to our docs, github.com/DevCycle HQ. Oh, there it is. It was just showing up there. DevCycle docs and source static screenshot. I feel like there's an SVG in here of the DevCycle logo. SVG logo? Is this it? I mean, we can make the whole thing spin. Why not? Whoa, that's a lot. All right, we're going to do it anyways. We're going to pull that in. I'm interested to see if that updated in real time. It did not. And holy moly, that is a big DevCycle twisting around. I think, where's our app.jsx? What was our style that we put for that? I think we can make this a little bit smaller. Styles, app module, styles header, styles logo, styles from app module, logo, height 40, vmin. Let's change that to 20. There we go. That's better. But it's on a dark background. Let's change. Where's our background color set? Maybe that is in our index. Is this here? Theme color? What if I go FFL? No, that doesn't do anything. That's all. I guess that's all metadata. It's definitely in here. Code. It's not here. It must be in here. App center. What am I feel like I'm missing something here. Why is this color? Love that I'm focused on incredibly unimportant things, but I feel like I really want to make this the way that I want it. Logo, app, text center, assets, favicon. No, we're not going to worry about favicon stuff. Okay, what's defining this color? This is like a silly thing. Header? Where's header in here? Header styles header from app module. Oh, literally was right here. Okay. Let's make this. What are the DevCycle brand colors? I'm gonna grab one from docs again. doc.devcycle.com. Let's grab. I feel like we've got a light blue. We have like a really light blue DevCycle. Gonna grab this. This is like lightish blue. Can I easily see what color this is? I don't know if I can. Open image in new tab. It doesn't matter. Let's go color picker. Change it to like a lightish blue. There we go. Very subtle blue. Grab that hex. So I don't love that this doesn't automatically update when I make. Oh no, it did automatically update. Oh, that's all white though. Color. Now let's change that to black. There we go. All right, so it is actually updating because that's what Vite should do, but I wasn't sure. Okay, so we got our DevCycle logo spinning around there. Learn solid. So we're in here. Amazing. So the great thing here is that actually the answer of does this toggle is going to be pretty similar to like does React toggle, and the answer to that question is yes. I'm feeling good about this though. Like this makes sense from what we saw. So like in here, this is really, it's so similar. So yeah, you're grabbing that. We're grabbing this. We're defining app in here. We don't actually need this, but like it's the functionality that they're trying to define. Great. Yeah, we can define header. We can define styles, logo. I don't think we need this anymore. I'm going to do something interesting today because I think that it's actually would be kind of fun. I don't want this either. I really want to just focus on that spinning logo. And I kind of want to have some fun with CSS transitions. And that'll be our feature flag. And I think we can do it here. I think it should be fairly easy. We'll play around in here. Styles app, styles header. Okay, styles app, styles header. Yes. Great. All right, and we're going to create two header, no, logo, styles logo. There we go. All right, so we have a style. Let's say logo spin. I'm going to call this one logo spin. Logo flash. I don't know what we're going to call this yet. We're going to call it X. Okay, so it's not spinning anymore because we removed that logo. I wonder if this will work. Logo spin. I don't know if dash. Yeah, I didn't think dashes work, so it's got to be camel case, I guess. Logo spin. Okay, logo spin. Is it camel case? What if I just call it spin? And then I call this spin. There's no camel case. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna call it spin. No, I feel like, hold on. CSS, is CSS camel case? Okay, so you can actually use the dash, but I don't think that likes it. No technical issues. Style guide. What is camel case versus kebab? I don't actually know the answer to that question. Oh, yeah, that tracks. Okay, we're gonna do camel case here. We're gonna call this logo spin. And we're gonna call this one logo something. We're just gonna call it logo, not unspin, CSS animations. All right, let's see our list of animations here. Keyframes, animations. Ooh, that's fun. Try it yourself. Keyframe. No, I think we define keyframes down here. Logo spin. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, logo spin there. Okay. Background color red. Animation levels of this, I believe. Is this going to change the color? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're not going to do that one. We're going to do a different one. No. Other animations. What's this one? This is going to change it through a bunch of colors. This is going to change it through other colors. Delay an animation. What are we going to do? Animation done. Animation. Why am I getting this? I want to see the actual kinds of animations. CSS animation list. CSS grow animation. Let's do a bounce animation. Bounce in. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is good. Gelatin. Grow. I feel like gelatin is a good one. What's this in Pug? What is Pug? Holy moly. All right. I've not seen Pug before. I don't need this window anymore. Unfold. Fold all. Okay. I don't need to see this. I want logo loader gelatin. Animation gelatin. All right, that's what we're going to call this, logo gelatin. Duh. Logo gelatin. And then we got to define the actual keyframe gelatin. Okay. Great. I think we can get rid of this log one. And I'm going to change our logo here. Style spin. Oh, logo gelatin. Oh, that could get real annoying. Can we delay it? That is... There's got to be something that we can pause afterwards. Delay? I feel like I saw the delay thing in here. Delay. Animation delay. Animation delay, 2 seconds. Will that work? Maybe. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then it goes infinite. Oh my goodness. What about 20 seconds? Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That is so silly. 2 seconds? Oh, yeah, that's funny. That could get really, really annoying though. Make this smaller because this is too much. Can I not? Like width. Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong one. Logo spin. Where do we define logo? Oh, I guess here. Can I do this as 2b min? Okay, there we go. That's a little bit less chaotic. 10? That's better. That's a better. I like this. Okay, so we got this working. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to go and I actually want to use our JavaScript client SDK. I think is going to be the easiest one to do here. And I actually want to switch between this like logo spin and logo gelatin, which I think should be possible in here. It's literally just changing this logic in here. So let's go. And I think this, I think this should be pretty doable. We're going to find out though. We're going to find out. All right, so let's go over to DevCycle, app.devcycle.com. Oh, I guess I got to log in. Thought I logged in earlier today. I guess not. Do I have a does it toggle? I feel like I must have a does it toggle project. Does it toggle projects, real-time demo, does it toggle? There we go. Did I change to it? No. Yes, I did. Okay, that was fast. Dang. All right, let's create a new feature. We're going to call this one. Yes, do experiment. We're going to call this one SolidJS. Great feature key, variable key, Boolean, number, string. Do we want it to be true or false? Boolean. Do I want it to return true or false? No, I want it to return a string. Okay, yeah, that's fair. String 1, string 2, string 3. Control, string 1, variables. We're going to say our control is none. None. We're going to call this gelatin. Actually, we're going to call this one flubber. And if you don't know what I mean there, then you need to go Google flubber immediately. We're going to call it this one spin. Update that. So kind of our control, which is none, flubber and spin. I'm going to go change this in here to logo spin and logo flubber. Okay, great. And then I need to actually technically go change it here, but I don't need to worry about that right now. Targeting rules. I'll probably do self-targeting today. Yeah, I mean, why not? Let's do self-targeting. I'm going to set my user ID as Andrew Test. Update user ID. And I want to serve myself flubber in development. Apply changes. This will make sense in a minute. You'll understand what this is all about. If you don't know what this is all about already. All right, so that's in good development. Okie dokie, testing group. Okay, we're not even worrying about these targeting rules because I'm doing this all elsewhere. Okay, let's go JavaScript client. Yeah, because I guess React wouldn't work here. Is Node.js set up in here yet? React Native, client server, Node.js. No. Okay, let's go JavaScript. Variable SolidJS. All right, so documentation. Whoa, I feel like I show installation instructions. Let's install this. Put on your terminal, paste. Oh, I just installed it in the wrong place. Didn't I? I did. Is this literally? Yeah. That is ridiculous. All right, let's delete all these. Whoa, no, I want to delete them. Move to trash. All right, we're back. We're back where we need to be. CD my app. All right, we're in here. Let's try this one more time. Spectacular. We're in the right place. Lovely. All right, and to use this in your project, initialize, import. All right, boom. So we're in there. Import, initialize, DevCycle. And script, yeah, I don't want to use CDN. Maybe I could have used a CDN. I don't know. Andrew Test. Oh, look at that. I love this. I love this. Okay, so let's init DevCycle catch function DevCycle variable init. I'm going to copy all this, but I'm not actually going to end up using all of it. Yeah, we're going to get rid of that. async function init. No. Yes. No. Fine with this. Go back over here to refresh this bad boy. Ooh, I guess it said it's none. So that logo. I don't need to worry about this anymore. If you can't hear me, by the way, let me know. If my audio starts to cut out. Okay, header, logo flubber, logo spin. Just make sure this is working again. Logo flubber. Okay, good, that's working. Okay, so there we go. So there we've got our user. So this is basically setting it to my user ID that I set. I don't actually want to do this. I'm going to end up changing this later anyways, so I don't think I really need to worry about it. Let's grab the key though. Okay, that's good. On client initialized. Wait, yes. Run this. Function, use DevCycle. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what's in our console. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Can we? There we go. I'm gonna get my console to the bottom. There we go. All right, and make that wider. So let's take a look at our console. Okay, so it's returning string 2. Did I not save here? Oh, I didn't save. Okay, so I didn't save there. So now if I refresh, it should be serving me. I wanted to be serving myself variation A. Yeah, variation A, which was flubber. Head over here. We got a bunch of, yeah, these are all old. I don't need to worry about these. Okay, so I'm getting flubber. Let's change this targeting rule for self-targeting to variation B, make sure it's working. I don't know if it'll update in real time in here. I don't think so. Spin. Okay, so this is working. So we've got flubber, spin. Amazing. Okay, so that returns SolidJS value if DevCycle. Okay, good. All right. So we're setting this constant of this. We don't necessarily need to do that. Okay, but let's do here inside of app. Now, when I was in SolidJS, this tutorial here, I feel like when I was doing components, show me solve, maybe it was in here. Yeah, so I'm doing the logic inside of the app here, and then the return is there. Okay, so let's go inside of here, SolidJS value. Like, I feel like this is what we're supposed to be doing. It's working, so we're not going to question it, and it's not throwing any errors. So let's go SolidJS value, and then I think I can actually reference this in actually, I wonder, how do you reference SVG is that? Okay, so I should be able to do SolidJS value just as text. I'm interested to see if that works. Nope, it definitely broke it. SolidJS value is not defined. What if I pull all of this inside of that? On client initialized. Await. Unexpected reserved word. Await. What if I just remove await? Variable value is not a function. Oh, so I do have to pull that outside of there. So that was in the right spot. So I wanted to do my awaits out here. Yes, yes. But this is all good right now. This should be working again, except for the SolidJS value is not defined. Const. What if I do? Where did I define? Yeah, so I defined it in there. What if I define it there? So const svg equals and I do that, and then I call svg. I know this is not like the smart thing to do, but I've got SolidJS value not defined. Is it because I need to do this as var? Oh, I guess it return. Hold on. Solid state. Solid state. Let's call it var constant solid state, and then call solid state down here. Oh, yeah. And then svg solid state. svg equals solid state. Why are you not outputting it as text, though? What if I do it in P? It's not returning anything there. What about console log? Console log svg? Yeah, it's returning as undefined. All right, solid state, SolidJS value, var solid state, const solid state. I feel like there's three things you do here. Const. Okay, so I can't read anything that is out there inside of this function. Can I pull it in here? Is this what I need to do? I feel like if we continued in this tutorial, we would get an idea of things that we were supposed to do. Actually, hold on. Where's our examples? Simple to do, type to do, where you design that. Yeah, app, yes, yes. Going about, okay, we're defining all this stuff outside of there. Yes, fetch username, app, validate, use form. Oh, wait, fetch username. Okay, so we were able to do that. So that's good. Await DevCycle client. If I pull this stuff inside, let me get rid of this. Forget that. Forget all of that. Let DevCycle client. Can tell my JavaScript chops are not necessarily there. So like this is technically working, but I can't read anything inside of here. And I really want to just be able to output that into here. So this is my exploration of this. And I feel like function app, yeah, all this stuff outside of it. Export type, const default, state. Oh, this is all TypeScript again. I forgot about that. JSX. Okay. Solid state. I guess I don't need to do this because it's console logging that all the time. So we use DevCycle variable. So it's calling that. If I run this down here and then console log solid state. SVG is not defined. Yes, I get it. Not defined. Fine. Byte hot updated. Spin undefined. Use DevCycle variable. Why is this a solid undefined? DevCycle client await if DevCycle SolidJS value, DevCycle variable value, use DevCycle variable value. So like, okay, so we're getting our spin. Our spin is showing up there. That's fine. Boom came out. Great, spin, that's what we want. We're getting the right values. This is all working. This is really my understanding of how to pass information into there. Which I feel will come to a head in a minute. Render clock, TSX. Oh, type stuff, export constant, props. Turn class clock face. Const theme, that's all I use. Theme stuff, CSS animations. Oh, this was similar here. App const show toggle. Shuffle. Where are we calling shuffle in here? So I can call that function in here. What if I call that in here instead of up here? Okay, so then let's call a variable const eg equals and then console. This is like so stupid that I didn't realize this. Okay, but now it's not. Undefined. Variable value. So it does it when it's up here. Yes. Okay. Great. Awesome. So that's good. SVG. Awesome. Solid status. Awesome. It's returning that. So SolidJS value. So it should be returning that here, I believe, unless I'm going freaking crazy. Okay, SolidJS value is not defined. So it's defining it there. Why am I not? Okay, so we're console logging it there. Okay, use DevCycle. So it's calling this. If DevCycle, no DevCycle client, return nothing. Otherwise, set the SolidJS value as that. Doing that. Can I do the SolidJS value outside of there? What's our example over here? Is this our JavaScript SDK? Const variable. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking to do. Variable updates. Okay. Using variable values. Yeah, this is what I want to do. DevCycle on client initialized. Then if that, DevCycle variable. All right, well, let me try something. If on client initialized. Am I just doing this in the wrong way? I feel like I should just do it this way. Waiting for features. This is really my true test of my abilities in JavaScript. Well, this is just it. DevCycle client variable value. I wonder. I have a feeling. See if this is going to return something. I feel like it must. Oh, all right. Oh my goodness. This is silly. All right, well, that's fine. I don't need this. This is unimportant to me. This is working. Animation type equals. All right. I think we got there. And then I think I can use that in here. And then we're going to go paragraph, animation type. And let's see. There we go. All right. Spin. And let's change it in here. Oh my goodness. None. Should be none. Oh, good. Perfect. All right, this is what we wanted. So this was related to the video. So like, honestly, so this is the important stuff, right? We've got initialized DevCycle, which actually, yeah. So we're calling initialized DevCycle. We got the client ID, the user, which is me, and then we got on client initialized. And then this is where the actual important stuff. Goodness gracious. Tell me that you know JavaScript and I don't. This is the sign. Okay. So animation type, now what we want to do is we want to change the animation type here based on that. All right, so logic in SolidJS. Do SolidJS ternary logic. Create signal, turn open. I probably could do this all with signal. Open, false. Okay, so that's good. Return, open. I wonder if I can do this in here. We'll see. We'll see if it's actually going to throw an error at me. Animation type equals none. Likes it. Clever. Otherwise, let's see. Okay, so that's good. None. Otherwise, style flubber. Okay, good. Okay, what if I change this to something other than none? No, it's not seeing it at all. What if I do styles flubber without that? Okay. And now if I change this back here. Okay, good. All right. So let's do no animation. Let's call this flubber animation. We'll call it spin animation. And then we'll have one that's just called no animation. Yeah, awesome. There we go. Oh, dot no man animation. All right. And then we'll go back in here. If it's none, styles dot no animation, or, and then I think, is it this? Yeah, I think it's this. No animation, and then it's animation type equals spin. Question mark. Spin animation. Otherwise, styles dot flubber. Is it set to none right now? Okay, so it's set to none right now. Control variation A. Okay, that's. I guess I need to change this to flubber. Spin flubber. Spin. Oh, it is spin flubber. Okay, that's good. So variation A is flubber. So I'm setting myself to variation A, and then variation B should be spin. Okay. I'm like impressed. Either I'm getting better at JavaScript, which is probably not very accurate because it took me a little while to figure this out, but like that's pretty freaking solid. And then I guess it's calling this every time, which is good too. I mean, can we do, because I'm pretty sure we can do on change in here, waiting for features and variable values, variable updates, const variable, yes, variable on update, the variable changes. Okay, let's go. Yeah, so let's go. Variable. Okay. Then variable on update, and then animation type equals value. Value. Okay, and this is unnecessary anymore. I guess go to var. I don't know. We're gonna see let. We're gonna find it. Variable is not defined. Variable is not defined. What variable is not defined? The variable is not defined. Okay, what do you mean the variable is not defined? Variable. Oh, let variable. It's because we didn't define let variable. Animation type is not defined. Var. Animation type is not defined. How can I use our animation type? How can I use this on update? And then I want to set a variable that can come out of this on update. Give an example here? No. Animation is not defined. Variable on update. Guess I could do return here. I mean, I'm curious. Technically, it might work. Value. I feel as though that is not doing what I want it to do. Maybe I'm wrong, but I definitely don't see anything on this page. Yeah, I definitely don't see anything here. All right, let's go back to what we had before. This worked. Okay, that works. So this is fine. But I want to update that animation type on. I don't actually know if that would make a difference. I mean, hold on. Let's see. Let's go back over here. Let's close this. Let's go to console. Okay, get rid of that. Refresh. Variable not defined. Wait, where did I find it? Oh, animation type. Okay, great, awesome. Animation type on update is not a function. What? Const variable, DevCycle variable. Oh, I see. Let me do this. Console log. Okay, that's not terrible. Let's go change it here. Manage self-targeting. Apply changes. See if anything changes over here. I'm not seeing anything. Control should be none, so it should set this to none. Yeah, that's not finding anything. Yeah, that's all staying in there. Animation type, because the animation type's only in here. Still, though, that should const animation type variable. I don't like this. We're gonna get rid of on update. I would be very interested. Actually, hold on. Change that to variable. Variable. And then change this to variable. And then console log variable. Okay, that should technically work. Yeah, okay, so that's fine, none. And then we change this to variation B. So this should be spin. Okay, so that updated that. That's good. What if we do animation type equals value? Oh, hold on. Okay, that's good. So technically, if I go here and change this to A, that updates to Flubber. That's good. But it doesn't actually change things inside of there until I refresh. So it is actually changing here, but it's not updating the logic that's going on in here. So that's good. I mean, that's, I feel like, more of an implementation issue than it is anything else, because that is technically updated value. Just gonna say animation updated, animation updated. Okay, that's good. And then change over here, and we should see the update in there. So like this is technically working as it should. It's just my understanding of how Solid works. Okay, so it updated to spin, and then I wanted to update it here. I feel like this is, hold on, hold the phone. We had the Solid. It's not documentation, it's a tutorial. It's funny, it's like the first thing that I looked at, and now I'm like, oh, I actually need this. No, not this one. Not this one. I think it was where I set up. No. No. Create signal. Okay, so this should be it. This should be the signal thing. And then I needed, what was the solution here? All right, counter. Counter, set interval, return this. Okay, so let's, and then app, render that app. I guess we're rendering that in the index.js. Yeah, so we're actually rendering app in there. Okay. So I can use this in here. Const count. Okay, and then it's updating the count there. So let's go. Create signal in here. Okay, so I create the signal here, set count. Okay. And the setter set count. We name the getter count. So we're going to name this getter variable animation choice. I just call it animation. And then set animation. Create signal. guess, do we want 0? What's the creates of SolidJS counter against an initial value? I guess I'll just leave it as create signal 0. I need this to be bigger. Set count +1. Okay, so now we've got animation, set animation. Okay, set interval. Set count +1. I feel like I need to see this create signal. Okay, so set it to none. Okay, new title, set title. Okay, good. That's fine. So I get the new title, set title, add to do, set to dos. To do, set title. Where's the set title being used in here? Set title. I feel like this is the key here, figuring out how this works. This one's doing that as well. Okay. Animation, we've set the variable name there. So let's just do this for a minute. You're just coming in, we're playing around with SolidJS right now. I'm exploring their create signal stuff. Let's go console log. We're gonna do this as animation. See what that results in. This should technically result in an animation type is not defined. Of course. I mean, animation type. Set animation type. Animation is not defined. Console log. Okay, try this again. Animation type. Okay, none. Why is it bouncing like that? Because if it can't, no animation, none, no animation, otherwise it's flubber. So I feel like it should be flubber. Flubber animation, no animation. Console log, none. Okay, so we're good there. Create signal, none. It's getting that. So now we need to set animation type. What if we do it in here? Okay, so there we go. So now we're doing that. Set animation type. Set animation type. Set animation type value. Console log. Okay. None. Okay, good. We got that. Okay, perfect. So let's change this here. So this was working before. Saving. That should update to Flubber. But where is that updating? On update. On update value. Okay, let's try this again. Change it to B, which I think is, yeah, spin. On update, spin. Okay, so that's fine. And then set animation type. I'm curious why it's not updating in here. Technically, do I have to call it this way? Is count? It's not none right now, though. Hold on. What if I do in here? Okay, so that works-ish. Hey, there we go. I like that. Nice. So now we got real-time updates in Solid using this create signal. I feel like that's not the best way to do this, but like, honestly, hold on. Well, why don't I just call this like initial let initial animation type equals this. Yes. And then this goes in here. And then I don't necessarily need that anymore. I don't need that. Variable. Okay, so now let's go back over here. SolidJS, change to control. So that should be to none and it should update. I dig this. I don't know. Am I enjoying this? Am I enjoying JavaScript for a change? I don't know what's going on, but I kind of love it. And it's cool because we're literally changing CSS. Which is very cool. And it was fairly simple. Like this is not very many lines of code. And this is also demonstrating some cool stuff. So this is like, that makes sense. That makes sense that I'm defining all that in there. Could I install DevCycle client? I guess I could technically. Could I move this out of here? I feel like I can. Yeah, I feel like you definitely can. All right, so we don't need that anymore. Need that console log. Get rid of that. Get rid of all that stuff. Let's see. Why is that giving on update Flubber? Do I have that console log in there somewhere still? I thought I got rid of the console log. Yeah, I did get rid of the console log. What the heck? Yeah, I don't know why that's doing console log. Maybe it's just stuff in memory. I don't know. It shouldn't actually be sending anything. Where did I define that? Console log? I don't know. Maybe it's, hold on, let me stop this and then start it again. I feel like that's what this is. I don't think this should be updating anymore. I think that's just a bug. Yeah. I'm freaking impressed by this. All right. This is wicked. Come on, SolidJS. Well done. All right, so the question, does SolidJS toggle? The answer is yes, in like a really solid way. I'm super, super impressed by this. And I would highly, highly recommend you check this out. I want to see. Maybe if I just put in. Okay, yeah, so that's good. That's what I want. Like if I can't find the key, I want nothing to happen. I'm very, very, very excited about this. I'm really, really impressed. I know this seems like a really silly like use case for this, but it actually is like a really great way to demonstrate the functionality of this in like a super visual way. And the fact that we've been able to get that set up in real time, I realize it's been 2 hours almost, but at the same time, like this is a pretty solid 2 hours. Also, this is definitely making more sense to me now. I like the create signal. I like that reactivity. It makes a lot of sense. I think this is going to be a framework. I've got so many frameworks I want to explore now. It's not a bad thing, I guess. I mean, this is the world we live in. So I'm not going to publish this. I might save it. Like I've got this saved now. I should start to do a does it toggle repository, but I don't think I'm going to start that now. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. But I'm very impressed by this. I think I like Vite as well. I think that's another really interesting thing is I really liked Vite. I think it's a really powerful tool. But SolidJS is a solid JS framework, I gotta say, and allows for us to implement DevCycle in a really this is not very much code. And I very, very much like this. Very cool. All right, so SolidJS, let's go back over to their website. Let's close this down for a minute. SolidJS. SolidJS. I don't love their website, but like I'm kind of okay with that because they do cool stuff. I'm interested in like who's building stuff with this. So apps built with SolidJS. That's interesting. OpenAI.com for sell? No. Podcasts, screencasts. I should have watched these before. Examples, 2Do-MVC. Oh, I should have looked at 2Do-MVC as well. Hacker News, community examples, whiteboard. What? Never heard of this before. Ooh. Bookmarking that bad boy. So these are some nice samples. I actually really like this animation. Oh, that's cool. Magico, beautiful. I like that. That's cool. Even if that's just an animation, I still think that's very fun. I love this. SolidJS is a solid JavaScript framework. I highly recommend. I give it 2 big thumbs up. Definitely impressed by this. Check it out. Also, check out DevCycle. We're awesome. We make feature flags easy. Also, check out OpenFeature, because OpenFeature makes feature flagging even easier. We're actually going to be exploring OpenFeature on a future stream, so you should definitely come check that out. I love all the things that they're doing, and there's some really cool stuff happening, and there's going to be some exciting stuff coming up at KubeCon as well. Also, just to give you a little, oh look, my light came on. Oh, I got to show you this. I got to show you all this on stream. This is a little preview of what we're going to be doing at KubeCon. We have this gigantic D20. So many more things to come about this. You'll hear about that on future streams. Yeah, but I lost my headphones. For now, I think we're going to call it for today. We've been on here for an hour and a half. Basically, and I think we've gotten pretty far. I think it's a good place to call it. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute and just look at y'all and move myself over so I can see myself seeing all of you, to say thank you so much for being here, for sticking around. I know some of you have been here for the entire time. Some of you have just been here for a couple of minutes. I hope that this was an interesting stream for you. If you hadn't heard of SolidJS before, definitely check it out. If you like JSX and you're looking to move away from React, I think Solid is a really good choice. It seems like it's got less gotchas. React just seems to have so many gotchas because of that virtual DOM, which I'm now like kind of finally understanding after years of dealing with all of these things. But definitely SolidJS worth checking out. And I really hope that this stream has been valuable for you. If not, that's okay too. Maybe the next one will be. I'm going to be doing these Does It Toggles every 2 weeks for the new technology, to try and explore and see what's going on with them. So we'll be back. I think it's going to be the second and fourth Wednesdays of every month. We're going to be doing Does It Toggle, so we'll be here for that. Yeah. So come back, check these things out. We're also, I've got a brand new host for DevTools and DevCools, more coming on that soon for 2024. We've also got a new structure for Feature Focus, probably some new streams coming down the pipeline as well. So lots of exciting things coming. Don't miss it. Thank you all so much for being here, for checking out what I'm doing. I'm so happy to have you as part of the DevCycle community. If you want to be more involved in the community, we do have a Discord. The link is down there at the bottom of the screen. You can join our Discord community over there. You can connect with the entire team. And otherwise, I think that's it for today. So to everybody, I will say, see you next time. Thank you so much for being here, and looking forward to seeing you around the DevCycle community. Bye-bye, everybody.